Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength, not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes, You O Cubed. What does O Cubed stand for? One-on-one, because it's just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I want to welcome you to today's edition. And I tell you, it is Thursday. Can you believe that? It's Friday Eve, y'all. It's Friday Eve. It's like, where did the morning or where did the week go? It just flew right by. But I tell you what, it is Thursday, and I'm looking at February the 9th in the year 2023, and I'm saying you just flying by, just flying by. It's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. Thank each of you for joining me here in the stream this morning. Truly, it's great to be alive. It's great to be here. And I appreciate you for getting up bright and early with me this morning. Now, down here, I'm saying bright, but there's nothing bright. I don't see the sun. I don't see anything. We've had a few days of overcast cloudiness, some storm and rains. BTD mom said the power was lost 4 times over there. And Lord Jesus, I'm like, I'll be glad when I can see the sun. But somebody said in the whining song, until you see the sun, just keep holding on. That's what I heard him say. It's been a long time coming, but a change is going to come. So you just keep holding on. Now, you have snow. Oh, Stacy 546. You got, come on, Rebel. You better sing. You better sing and get that high note. Get that high note in there. Just keep on holding on till you see the sun. Keep right on holding on. Now, I'm going to come over because, listen, Grandpa Holmes' chair, as always, in these days of late, has taken on a whole life of its own. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going to become of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Now, I appreciate you all because I'm going to tell you what. KC has heavy snow. Oh, no. I'm not trying to hear that. Thankfully, I'm not coming to Kansas City this weekend, so y'all can have that to yourselves because I skated back home just a few weeks ago. But now let me say this, it was clear in Kansas City, and once I got to Joplin in Missouri, from Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas, it was all downhill. So we got our turn a few weeks ago. Now it seems like it's your turn. Thunder first, and then it started to snow. It's cutting up. We got plenty of thunder down here, Stacy. We got plenty of thunder down here. So you know what? It's going on. It's going on. The weather is doing what it does, and that's be all over the place. Somebody said it's bipolar. It's something, I don't know, but it's up and it's down and it's level to the ground. You just don't know what you're going to get from 1 minute to the next, literally. But peace and blessings to you all. Hopefully you don't have to get out in the snow and you can stay in and stay warm. Now, I just want to cover this Grandpa Holmes' chair event. You're on the road to Kansas City. You got 2 more hours. The gift, Nathan Lamont. Y'all put those prayer hands in there. Put those prayer hands in the chat. Put those bended knees. Whatever you got to do, I want y'all to go ahead and get that in there for my brother so he can have traveling mercies and safe travel on his way to the KC. You think Grandpa's going to have his own show? Because there's plenty of shenanigans going on in there. I'm trying to tell you, Tall Pumps, it's plenty of shenanigans going on in there. Hugs. Yes, hugs. All kind of hugs going to everybody this morning. I want everybody to be well and be safe. Now, you're driving as well. Okay, Dr. Dady, thank you. Driving and listening while you lurk. I appreciate you, and please be safe out there on the highway, traveling mercies over our lions that are out in the highways and byways. You're very welcome, Nathan. You know you my baby. Dr. Dady too. This is precious cargo on the road, and I want you all to have traveling mercies. Now, as Tall Pump said, it pretty near looks like Grandpa Holmes is gonna have a show all by. I'm gonna be non-existent, and it's just gonna be Grandpa Holmes' chair. It's just going to be Grandpa Holmes' chair. I might just have to have a segment of that, Tall Pump. So just Grandpa Holmes' chair and see what all y'all do in Grandpa Holmes' chair. Because I got a feeling y'all just gonna cut up. Y'all just gonna absolutely lose your minds and cut up. Just switch from one Uber to the next because it broke down. Oh my Lord, not the Uber. The Uber done broke down. Y'all pray for Queen Shauna too. She needs some prayers. She said it's cold and raining up there. And are you in New York, Queen Shauna? I think you're in New York. Baby, it's cold outside. That's a song, you know. Baby, it's cold outside. That's anyway. In case y'all didn't know it, it is a song. Anybody that knows me and knows me well. Oh, you're in Canada. Thank you. You're in Canada. I am that person. I love music, and so listen. If you pay attention and you know me real well, you'll see that I got songs and lyrics everywhere when I talk. I love it. I love it. Grandpa Holmes is resting real well. BTD mom. Grandpa Holmes is like, listen, I got more tension than anybody could ever dream of. Grandpa Holmes is well taken care of. And he's swinging. You're not going to catch me. SK8843. I'm not going to say that word. He's swinging stirs. I'm not going to say that first part. He's swinging stirs because I know what you're trying to do. Y'all trying to catch me up. And make me say the word. You're trying to make me say the word. But I'm a little slicker than that this morning. I'm on my P's and Q's. So y'all not going to catch me that easily. You're going to have to do something else to catch me. Y'all came in giving your names. I'm like, you know what? Yes, you're addressing yourselves by those names. I didn't say it, KK79. I didn't say it. I see you. I got my loves are coming in. My love. Stacy, y'all think you're slick. You think you're slick Rick in here. Oh, but I got you. I got your number. You're not going to get me like that. Listen, old manager is still in the building. You ain't went nowhere. I love y'all. Now, back to this Grandpa Holmes event. It's a whole event, y'all, going over here in Grandpa Holmes. Y'all got me tickled. I'm just absolutely tickled. So let me start there, and then I'm going to come around and say good morning to everybody. You know how we do. Now, so let me start here. Because, and I have to make sure that I don't. Let me first say that we had some sisters that listen. Somebody said never count your chickens before they hatch. I'm gonna go ahead and go here because my baby came in just a tad bit early. So let me review those rules again. You have to be 12 o'clock Central Time. 12 o'clock Central Time, and I need that clock to say 12:00. Otherwise, you're in yesterday, not today. Okay? So now this is what happens when you count your chickens before they hatch. Because at 11:59, Queen Shauna was already crowning herself. At 11:59 yesterday, Queen Shauna was already crowning herself. I gotta be quicker than that. It's all bumps. Listen. Y'all gonna have to be quicker than that, Tall Pumps. Tell your crew. They're gonna have to get it together. They gotta catch me off guard. They're gonna have to work a little harder. Now this is a typical manifestation of counting your chickens before they've hatched. Nonetheless, I do want to give it up to you, Queen Shauna. I do want to. Yes, BTD mom. It was a beautiful crown. It was a beautiful crown. A little premature, but it was a beautiful crown. And that was your practice run. I got you, Queen Shauna. That was your practice run. I saw that and I cracked. I saw that and I cracked. And then right behind her cheering, I believe Sister KK came in the room right behind her, but it was still in the PM of yesterday. So listen, KK 79, and she said, I'm coming for you, Queen Shauna. Well, listen, y'all working on it. She's twerking with the crown. She's twerking with the crown. So at the end of the day, I want to get up to you, KK 79. That clock is cheating you. Listen, I don't know what's going on with this clock. I had BTD mom in full revolt on yesterday. She was protesting the clock in Grandpa Holmes's. But now y'all know it's Grandpa Holmes's room. So, you know, I'm just telling you, the clock is cheating y'all. Listen, the Queen Shauna come in and talk about telling the truth. Well, all I can say is I do try to go by what the system tells me. Even if the system is cheating y'all gonna have to blame it on the system. Because I clocked y'all in yesterday at 11:59 p.m. But you did your good work. You did your good work. Queen Shauna and KK, let me give it up for both of y'all. Now, I'm telling you. Now, I got to make sure I get everybody that's in here because, honey, y'all got a whole saga going on over here, and I'm trying to make sure I don't want to miscall how y'all came in here. Now, I think I also need to give it up for none. Oh, let me put the pictures up. Let me get my viewers up here. Let me get Shauna up here. There she is, y'all. That's the one that, yes. She crowned herself. She crowned herself, y'all. Thank you so much, Shauna. I appreciate you and KK both. KK, I need a pic. And then I believe that we got to come on up and see none other than Dr. J.D. Priest. Yes, she was in there, y'all. She was in there. Her timing may have been a little bit off, but she was in there. She said, what y'all doing in here? She was trying to check out what all was going on in this here Lion's Den. So, you know, I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it out. I love the conversation and the love and the camaraderie that's going on in the VIP section. You made it in. Okay, DJ Onyx Heart, I saw you in there. And I'm going to give it up for DJ Onyx Heart. You know, I need to go out and pull your picture back in here, my brother. But yes, DJ Onyx Heart made it in the line in the VIP section. Yes. So getting together in the convocation, then I had, let me give it up for my sister and my pastor from the ATL, because y'all were reporting for duty this morning. Now, I do want to say this as well, because a lot of this conversation started at 12:01, because baby, at 12:00, the seats were full. That's my pastor from the ATL, Kim Possible 711. She was in there greeting the saints. She said, I was up, so I thought I'd just stop by and talk to y'all and greet you. She said she said she was tired. She wasn't in the mood for the fight. She just dropped in when she got there. Let's see. And that was at 12:30. Honey, at 12:30, the chair, the love seat, everything was full by the time she got there. And a whole lot of conversation was going on. We had folks on the floor. We had folks standing on the wall by the time Kim Possible 711 showed up on the scene. So much love to you. Now I got to come around, and there's my sister from the Okie Doke. Yes, Cassandra Isaiah. She came on in the room and was loving on everybody too. I appreciate you, Cassandra. Yes. I'm telling y'all. And she comes in and just has conversations with everybody. I love me some her. Now, coming on and I'm looking and I'm booking, because I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody that's in the room on the walls, besides the three that actually won Grandpa Holmes' chair. So let me come on. Because listen, I'm telling you, when I tell you it's a whole novel in Grandpa Holmes' chair. It's early, y'all. It's early. And they got in there early. Okay, now I want to make sure I don't want to miss anybody that was in there and in that their conversation. Okay, so here we go. I done messed up. It's okay. It's all right. So here we go. Because listen, I'm telling y'all, what y'all doing, Dr. Dady asked. Lord Jesus, I done messed up Grandpa Holmes' chair. But at the end of the day, because listen, I had to scroll from here to there. Because when I tell you this is a whole conversation, this is a whole conversation. This is a whole novel. Rebel, I done messed up. Here we go. But at the end of the day, even though I messed it up, we going to give it up. We going to give it up. Okay, so number 3 that made it back in the room was none other than... Queen Shauna, come on in here, sis. You did get to the love seat. Y'all did so much talking, I just got lost. Y'all, the VIP section was full, and its patrons were, and the patrons were full. Oh my God. Oh, somebody help me. Somebody, listen. I'm not even gonna, my brain is tired, y'all. So y'all, everything today is gonna get blamed on my side piece because my brain is tired. It might be me that messed up, but I'm gonna blame it on my side piece because side piece been cutting up the last 2 days. So they were in there twerking. DJ Onyx, I don't know what they was in there doing, but I'm confused. Now, the second person to come back and make it into the VIP section is none other than Den Darn, you did that, sis. Come on in here and sit down. Come on in here and sit. I done called everybody, Lord Jesus. Listen. Grandpa Holmes has so much activity going on in there. I'm confused, peoples. I'm confused. It has confused and confounded me. We're going to need a whole section in Grandpa Holmes' room. You understand, Tall Pumps? I'm telling you, it's a whole convention going on in there. A whole entire convention. We need a sectional. I got you. Listen, now, whew, Lord, today. And the winner, I haven't worked this hard to get Grandpa Holmes' chair ever. The winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair is none other than BTD Mom, otherwise known as Anita Harvey. Come on in here. You are the winner. Oh, let me get you people. Let me get your praise on. Hold on a second. Let me get your praise on. Let me get the praisers on. Let me get the praisers on. You are the winner. Grandpa Holmes' chair. Get your lips, get your hips, get your fingertips, and sit down right on over there, my sister. Right on over there. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I appreciate you so much. I really, really do. Now, whew, when I tell you Grandpa Holmes' chair is going to need a whole saga, a whole section, I love it. I absolutely love it. Listen, they got all kind of memes. They got all kind of pictures. They are going forth. They're encouraging one another. They're talking, they're laughing, I'm going to have myself a funky. They doing all of that, saints. They doing all of that in the VIP section. And that's why I love it. I'm telling you, it's to bring the love, the joy, the peace, soul, and the happiness into the Lion's Den. And when I tell you, they make sure there's plenty of that here before you all make it. Has it been a year since you got to see Tall Pumps? It's been a minute, because I'm telling you, Den Darn has been dominating. Who else has been my dominators? We've had a few dominators in the Lion's Den VIP section. I can remember when Shelly Thunder was in there. I could remember when who else was in there? I remember when Dalen was reigning on the chair. I remember when BTD Mom, she said, I'm coming back to get my throne, was reigning on the throne. I remember the MCP 812. Listen, we've had a little bit of everybody that has dominated Grandpa Holmes' chair, but now in these days and times, in this millennia, I don't know whose lips, hips, and fingertips are gonna be in that chair when I go in there. I just want y'all to know I appreciate you getting up bright and early before 12:01. The room was full. That's all I got to say. Listen, thank you, DJ Onyx Heart. I was my throat. Don't y'all love when they call singers up to sing? My throat. I want you. Yeah, you know how we do all of that. I want to say with that, Rebel, it reminded me of those two foxes in the Singers Fighting. If y'all missed Rebel on yesterday, it was the cracks in there. It was the absolute cracks in Rebel's house. We're going to leave here this morning. You had to claim your inheritance. Get your inheritance. I felt some Donald Lawrence right there. Get your inheritance. So at the end of the day, back to Rebel, she had a show yesterday where she had some foxes fighting, and they were using, you just sit back and watch the foolish men. Shelly Thunder, you just sit back and watch the foolish men. It's too much going on. They doing the most in there. They are doing the most. Please believe it. They are. So listen, I can remember when all of my babies were reigning the chair, but honey, it's a whole new breed come in here, and they not playing with y'all. They are not playing with y'all. So please, 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 you got to get on your P's and Q's. Those singers yesterday, Rebel, I thought about that intermittently off and on yesterday. I want to tell y'all, I sat down and I worked yesterday, and my lips, hips, and fingertips didn't get up till almost midnight. But listen, I was sitting here and I was working, and I was thinking about those foxes. And when I tell you, I belly laughed from the depths of my belly. I got tickled because listen, you can play that video for me day in and day out because that was funny. And what made it so funny, it was the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I promise to God it was. So anyway, I'm gonna come back and to the format here, and let me get back on script. I want to come around and appreciate all of those that are. Come on, put that mod love in there. All of those that take care of the stream. I want to stop here and just give some mod love to my babies. Shelly Thunder. Yes, get that mod love going. Stacy 546. I see that mod love. We're going to get that mod love going. We're going to get that mod love going. I see you, Tall Pumps. I see you, Queen Shanna. I see you, Shelly Thunder. I see you, BTD Mom. Hey, DJ D-Man is in the room. So much love to you. Come on. I'm so glad to see you. I might have something for you at the end of this stream. Cassandra Woke 2022. I see you. Come on with that mod love. Shelly Thunder, she's my prayer warrior. She's my scripture finder. Yes, she is. She's my reader. That's what we used to call them back in the days. You had a reader. And for those, what they call read-on preachers. And God said, read. And in the beginning, read the book. God created the heaven and the earth. Read. And you know, some of y'all don't know nothing about that, but that's how we used to read the scriptures in the church. That's how listen, the reader was almost as critically important as the preacher was. Well, Shelly is my reader, and she holds me down in here, but she'll also block your tail if you cut up. I see you, Cassandra Woke. I see you, DJ Onyx Heart, KK79, Queen Shanna. I see y'all. Thank you for that mod love. She's my reader, and she's all of that and a bag of chips. Listen, I appreciate you for all that you do and for holding it down. Then we're led by the leader of the pack, none other than the Rebel Inc. She is a streamer, and if you're not following the Rebel Inc., quit your wicked ways. Yes, quit your wicked ways. The Rebel Inc., we're going over there as soon as we get finished for some more of the anti-morning bangos. And also, she gives us all of that good stuff in music while you're listening and playing anti-morning bangos. So, and the cracks. So I appreciate her. If you're not following her, please follow. She'll bless your whole life. She had a word on yesterday. There was another day she had a word. Then we have the Quiet Storm. Yeah, and the rants. The rants are the best. They come in asking for the rants, the Rebel Inc. They come in asking for the rants because those rants are just the best. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all follow her because she's going somewhere. Y'all follow, hear me when I say this, y'all follow the Rebel Inc. because she's going somewhere. Rebels, SK, Rebels, and make sure you put an S on it because if it's in Rebel's house, it has to have an S. Then we have the Quiet Storm. Yes, Michelle Browno, that's my baby. That's my sister. That's my love. She comes in and she makes sure she changes the atmosphere just by being in it. I love me some her. They get a rant whether they ask for it or not, Shelly. You go for the rants and the cracks, Queen Shanna. Whatever you go for, she will not disappoint. She's going to bless your whole life. Thank you for that, Mod Love, SK8843. These are my 3 beautiful babies. I appreciate them because they hold it down, y'all. They hold it down. I love me some then. Now, as we get, she's going somewhere, y'all. Y'all follow her. I'm gonna talk about the day of smaller things. The day of smaller things. I'm gonna talk about that at the end of the stream for our empowerment, because I want to talk about that thing. We talked about drip on yesterday. I'm gonna talk about drip, okay? And so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. And I want you all to be here because many of your feet are on the path to greatness. I'm so glad you're here, DJ D-Man. I don't know how long you'll be able to stay, but your feet are on the path to greatness. I want y'all to get ready for the trip. Now, you know how I do it. When you come in the room, my mama said, when you walk in the room, speak to somebody. So let me just come on back and speak to the saints that are in the house this morning. I want to say Stacy 546, I see you. I want to say to DJ Onyx Heart, I see you. So much mad love to you. And he is a streamer. If you're not following, I see your coffee cup, Stacy 546. If you're not following DJ Onyx Heart, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because he's going to bless your life. Have you all changed your name, DJ Onyx Heart? If you had, put that in there for me, please, so we can get the correct name. Coming on down, and I see the Rebel Inc. So much love coming to you. I appreciate you for all you do. That's my galactic supervisor. Truck driver, yes, that's my Mufasa. He's in the room, y'all. The Mufasa is here. The Lion King, that's my God. That's my brother. He is the guide in our spiritual journey, when we have Thug Life devotions on Sunday morning, y'all. Sunday morning. You want to catch Truck Driver with Thug Life devotions at 7 o'clock, from 7 o'clock to 7:15. My brother's gonna bless your life. That's my guy till 10 toes up. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm seeing Beat Teeth Deep Mom. Good morning to you. Sheila Miles in YouTube. Come on, YouTube, represent. Good morning to you. Stacy 546, love to you. We got some representation from LinkedIn. Come on, LinkedIn, let's do this thing. Good to see you this morning. Facebook in the house. Come on in here. Y'all ain't playing this morning. Good to see all of y'all from all the different platforms. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking. KK79. So much love coming to you, my sister. I love me some you. Coming down, and I'm looking and I'm booking. And SK8843. She's in the room this morning. Come on in here, and good to see you. Looking and I'm booking, and I see Dr. Dady Priest. Yes, she's out there lurking and driving, but she's here. The high priestess is in the room. Now listen, if you're not following Dr. Dady Priest, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless your whole entire life. I promise you she will. And she got some good stuff for you. Yes, she got some good stuff for you out there. Please, please, please follow her. Now, coming on down, and Tall Pumps is pumping tall. Come on in the room, sis. Nothing but mad love to you. I enjoyed her in Woman Unsilenced on yesterday. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more, a little bit later in this stream as well. She is the moderator for Woman Unsilenced. I love both of these women. I do. Don't y'all bring me no bad news. These are my sisters right here, and I love me some them. They're doing a good work out here in these Twitch streets. Did you caught the last bit of it, the Rebel? Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, that stream that she had yesterday, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later, but she had A.B. Butler on there yesterday, y'all, and this brother is somebody's who's who amongst the who's who. I enjoyed him thoroughly. I'm telling you, when you look at the programming of what Woman Unsilenced is bringing to the platform, sister ain't playing with that thing. And I'm so appreciative. I'm so proud of her. I'm happy about the way she's laying it down. Listen, Tall Pumps, and I saw Disco Darren. He ain't in here yet. I saw Disco Darren reading you. Woo! I said, listen. Listen, y'all got. Oh, I'm gonna be there, Tall Pumps. As a matter of fact, just a station identification. She was on yesterday, but she'll be back on today with Dr. Witherspoon, talking about some remedies to heal your body, the holistic way. So if you're interested, please drop by because she's got some nuggets for you. But that stream yesterday was just outstanding. But listen, Tall Pumps, I thought you and Disco Darren was about to go to blows. Y'all was about to fight yesterday. When listen, I know you were hot. I know you were hot. I said, ooh, I see steam coming out of sister's ears. I want Disco to get. Now I ain't talking about them behind their back, cause listen, this was in open court. This was in, baby, she had her boxing gloves on. This was in open court. It wasn't no shame in their game. They went forth. I was cracking up. In love, y'all. Let me add that for anybody that thinks we going somewhere. It was all in love. And at the end of the day, we talked, we laughed, we had a good time, and we got up out of there. But listen, Tall Pumps, I'm going to tell y'all, don't y'all come for Tall Pumps. Thank you for those roaring biddies, SK8843. We're building something. Don't y'all come for Tall Pumps. You don't want her smoke. I'm just gonna tell you straight, flat out. Y'all, listen, you called because you needed help with the pivot. I got you, Tall Pumps. I got you. We gonna have that conversation. But listen, I see your coffee cup out. I see that hot chocolate. Baby, I'm trying to tell you, it was really beautiful in there. Thank you for following No Name User number 12. All right. Okay. So much mad love coming to you. Now, and thank you for coming in the Lion's Den. Now, at the end of the day, it's a beautiful setting, a beautiful situation. And I tell you, it was really, really good. I really enjoyed Woman Unsilenced. She will be back on again tonight. Put your time in there, Tall Pumps, because I can't recall what the timing was. That was my little brief break in the middle of my day, and it was so refreshing. And I was only in there for a few minutes, but the few minutes I was in there was very fulfilling. So I want y'all to follow my sister, follow them, and please give them your support. When I say to you, and I probably take a little bit more time whenever I talk about Woman Unsilenced, because when I tell you she has excellent programming, but little support. And she says she does it because she loves it. And I believe that. I believe that from her heart. I believe that she loves it. But I would love to see Woman Unsilenced get some more support. Because when I tell you her programming is excellent, first class, it really is. Please believe it. That brother she had on yesterday, I followed him on all platforms. I enjoyed his energy. And again, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on in this stream. But we got streamers out here that are doing their thing. DJ Pifu, this brother is excellent. I want y'all to go out there and follow my brother. We got some folk in here, some streamers that are doing some things. I want you all to get out and support wherever you can. I know there are a lot of places and a lot of times I cannot get in to a lot of streams because my days can be very, very full. So I try to get in where I can. But I do, especially with quality streamers, I do try to follow them. DJ Pifu is in the evenings. I tend to be a little more indisposed at that timing that he's on, or else I'm asleep because I'm tired from the day. And I will say this, DJ Pifu, and good morning to you. He is a streamer. If you're not following him, quit chewing ways. If you're not following DJ Pifu, please follow him. Sometimes I'll just turn him on, and I know I say if you don't, when you come in the room, speak to somebody. But sometimes when I know I'm in that drowsy zone, I just turn you on, Pifu, and I just let it play in my ear while I drift on off to sleep. But listen, these are some excellent streamers in here. I want you all to follow them and give them your support whenever and however you can, because there's some excellent programming going on. But back to Women Unsilenced, I'm gonna say it once more and again. If you all could please, 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 when I see those single digits, it just hurts my heart. I'm not gonna lie. And she's a trooper. She's gonna keep on doing it. And for those that will, if she's not your cup of tea, that's okay. But I'm telling you, this is where even one of the, and I'm still saying good morning to everybody, but I got stopped right here. I believe it was yesterday, my days start running together, that Rebel did a rant about how we can be real cliquish on Twitch. And I know I got people in there. Larnell Jones, that's my proprietor. Jones, Lawrence A. Jones and Sons Funeral Chapel. He is a proprietor there. I love me some you, Larnell. I see you in here. This is your businessman's businessman. I love you, sir. He does excellent business if you're in the Kansas City area and your loved one needs to be taken care of with dignity. Please go to Lawrence A. Jones and Sons Funeral Chapel and ask for Larnell Jones. He will bless your whole life. He's a whole vibe. I love you, baby. Good to see you in here this morning. Now, this cliquishness that we can have, and I'm gonna stop here. I'm still saying good morning to everybody, but this cliquishness that we can have, they take care of your family in KC. Double Spirit, those are my peeps. I worked at Lawrence A. Jones for about 3 or 4 years, 2 as a funeral director, and the other 2 years selling pre-need insurance. Beautiful people. And Larnell, when I tell you Larnell is as good as they come, and he knows his business. He's not only a funeral director, he's also an embalmer. That baby is off the chains. I love me some him. And I'm just honored and happy that Larnell has taken time to come in here. And he does. A lot of times Larnell is listening. And this is the thing. Sometimes y'all don't know who's listening to you. While he's at the funeral home in the mortuary, baby, he's got the Lion's Den tabbed up. And I appreciate him for that. So you may not see him in the stream. You may not hear him talking, but you never know who's there. That's why you got to pay attention at all times. Now, back to this cliquishness, I want to encourage us because some of y'all following some whack streamers. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not trying to hate on folk, but some of y'all here following some whack streamers, and that's okay. But you're good quality streamers, y'all just pass them by, and I'm scratching my head like, what are we doing? Is it a popularity contest? What are we doing? But there's some streamers out here that really have some excellent program that y'all just won't follow, and I can't figure it out. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to take your place. I'm not trying to steal your stilo, Rebel. I'm not trying to do a rant, but I just can't figure it out sometimes. I'm like, what? Okay. Now, thank you, Tall Pumps. And that was 6:30 p.m. I believe I saw that scroll by. Thank you for that time. She'll be on tonight with Dr. Witherspoon. Listen, it's okay. You feel it down in your shondo. Come on, my Lockdown. You're learning through these Twitch streets. Listen, I'm telling you. Now let me keep going. I had to digress just for a second, but listen, I love those 2 ladies right there, and they're doing beautiful programming. Queen Shauna is in the room. I love you, sis, and it's good to see you. And you gonna get your lips and hips and fingertips back in Grandpa Holmes' chair. I just know you are. I've already mentioned DJ P-Foo, but let me mention him again. This is my brother. I love me some him. I love his energy. This is another streamer that if you all have not experienced his energy, he's just a blessing. He really, really is. Crazy Berrytown. That's my girl right there. That's my beautiful friend. She'll give you some Zumba design. Yes, she will. She will give you a sip and a little chit chat. And she is a principal of Good Grief on Fridays at 12 o'clock noon. We're on sabbatical right now because at this point, while we're on sabbatical, all of us are healing. I told somebody that on yesterday. I'm still grieving my friend and my sister, whether y'all realize it or not. I'm here. And sometimes I have to tell you, sometimes I'm like, did you come back too soon? Because I'm still wounded. I'm functioning, but I'm still wounded. Don't get it twisted. So at the end of the day, I'm still in shock, saints. I'm still in shock, but I'm here. So with that, I want to say Good Grief will be back at a point in time when everybody is ready and able to move forward. But at this point in time, it's on a hiatus until we all get a little more healed, and it's all good. Now, I want to keep on flowing and going, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm seeing who else is in the room. Let me see. While I did all this talking, there's a whole lot of folks that probably came in while I was upstairs. You came in through the basement. The Gift, Nathan Lamont, he told us he's on his way to Kansas City, and I I love me some you. I love me some you. Be safe out there on those highways and byways. And while you're driving in the car, just give me one good squall. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking, and I'm gonna scroll real fast, y'all, because I got something I want to talk to you about this morning. Yes, DJ D-Man is in the house. That's my guy. I call him my hero. I appreciate him so much. Mad love coming to him. Coming on down, and I'm gonna make this real quick, y'all, but I love you. I gotta share my love with you. I gotta tell you, Shelly Thunder, she's in the room, y'all. She's in the room. I love me some you. You are precious to my soul. I'm coming on down, and I'm saying good morning, good morning, good morning. And y'all, this is also giving me time to catch my breath, because the motherboard is tired. Please believe it. The motherboard is tired, but I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking. Double spirit. That's my double portion right there. I love me some you. Come on in the room. My Lock Journey. I love me some you, sis. I'm so glad that you're here. You're a blessing just by being in the room. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I couldn't have it any other way. Phoenix System 80 is in the room. Come on in here, and so much mad love to you. Thank you for coming in the Lion's Den this morning. Appreciate your presence in the midst. DJ Aurora Onyx Heart is in the room, y'all. She is also a streamer. She is the counterpart to DJ Onyx. And listen, I want you all to follow her. She's gonna bless your whole life. There she is. There she is. Oh, that's Phoenix System. Come on, Phoenix System. Oh, that's a beautiful, 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 beautiful woman right there. Now listen, DJ Aurora Onyx Heart. That's what I was looking for. And did you tell me you might have said it, DJ Onyx Heart? Did y'all change your name, or is that, I don't know where that's standing, but if you have changed your name and I'm calling you wrongly as far as your stream, please let me know. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it out. Raina 2 times. Come on in here. So much love to you. Thank you for coming in the Lion's Den this morning. Nothing but J Trey 707. Anybody? Okay, it's Baltimore Heart Studios. Thank you. Baltimore Heart Studios. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go out there and find them. Click on his name, click on her name. Go out there and find them and follow them and participate. They will bless your whole life. J Trey 707. This is my tongues interpreter. Baby, she will give you the interpretation of tongues. Good morning to you, sis. You know I love me some you. She is a streamer. If you're not following J Trey 707, listen, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because I love everything about this sister. She's so transparent. She's so pure. She's so real. That's what I love about her. And listen, whenever you see, click that bell for notifications so you can get some of that. Please do it. Please do it. Please do it. Now, I think I'm scrolling real fast, and I think I've covered everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone at all. If I did, charge that too. She is the head of the interpretation ministry, and yes, she is. And the cussing ministry. Yes, she is. And I love me some J Trey. Nobody like my J Trey. Girl, you got my whole heart. I love me some you. Now, we gonna get this party started and crack-a-lack, and get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Yes, I took a little time this morning because I needed to scroll real gingerly and take my time. I'm doing self-care as well. So, you know, sometimes you just got to slow your roll. Sometimes you just got to slow your roll. But I got something to say. Don't leave me. I got something to tell you. I see your coffee cup, SK8843. I see you, Stacy546. Okay, do we got a troll up in here? That was a huge jump right there. So thank you. So yes, I appreciate, and see, Shelly Thunder is on it. So you all just hang with us for a second. We got a troll that got slipped through here some kind of way, and we're gonna catch that and handle it. In the meantime, we're gonna be on lockdown for just a second. Now, I see you, BTD Mom. I see you, J Trey. I see you, Cassandra Oak. I see you, DJ Onyx Heart. I see you, Tall Pumps. Nothing but love to you. Nothing but love to you. This is going to be an emote only chat, you all, for a minute, because we're going to shut down the trolls up in here. And you all may have heard even on yesterday when Rebel gave her rant. So just FYI for anybody that wants to know, they're handling their business and they're doing what they're supposed to do. That's why I love my moderators. They taking care of business in here even right now. Now, listen. Whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. And I just want to commend y'all because, baby, y'all was quick on the trigger, honey. That was like 1, 2, 3 seconds. Stop. Come on. Come on with that mod love. Come through with that mod love. Now, a couple of things I want to touch on here this morning. Now, the 5 things that came up first and foremost this morning in I'm trying to make sure I want to pull this up. Okay. The death toll. Oh, it's on. BOH is on full. It's on full effect, Tall Pumps. It's on full of. Come on, y'all give it up for my mods because they handled that thing. Now, the death toll from the earthquake in Turkey rose 5,000 people in one day. The death toll in Turkey increased 5,000 people in one day, and they're still not finished looking. Excuse me. They're still not finished looking. Come on. Prayers. So at the end of the day, I'm looking. And you can, if you, I got y'all on it. Stacy 546, Tall Pumps 5. Can you imagine that? True to Meg, come on in here. So much mad love to you. So much mad love to you. Now, can you imagine? So the death toll now is at 16,000 and they're still searching. You heard 12,000. Well, the gift Nathan Lamont, that was the number, but then you have the increase. We're now at 16,000. It increased more than 5,000 people in one day. So that part right there. When you talk about the ability to have a destructive situation that is just, man, that's a life altering. I'm just going to show this one. I'm not going to blow it up, but I just want you to see, even as I'm looking, the man walking past the devastation of the buildings and the houses. This is the way they are. This is what they're experiencing in Turkey. This is the way they're walking around the street and looking at the devastation like this. Look at that building. Look at that building. Can you imagine this partially collapsed building and identify there are people in there? Crystal Method, come on in here. So much mad love to you. I appreciate you for being here. I absolutely positively do. Can you imagine being a survivor and just walking around your city, number one, in shock that you survived, and then number two, to think of all the loved ones and family members that you've lost, and number three, to just look at the devastation of what's left of whole entire structures. It's just absolutely amazing. So entire extended families were wiped out. SK 8843. Entire extended families were wiped out. So I'm looking and my heart goes out and prayers going up. There's no way we can begin to fathom what these individuals that have survived are going through. That earthquake was devastating. Praying, and somehow praying really doesn't seem to be adequate. But at the end of the day, I don't know, that's really something. That one baby was the only one left from her entire family, Stacy. That's heartbreaking. It's just heart-wrenching. So this morning, as we sit and we got weather in Kansas City, I hear there's snowed in or snow has come. Someone liked the stream. I'm so sorry I missed who that was. One of my Facebook viewers. Okay. At the end of the day, and I appreciate you all handling the trolls. I know you're all working diligently. At the end of the day, you can't. It is what it is, KK79, and it's just enough to just make you weep and cry for all of those that are suffering through this time. And even as Stacy said, one little baby out of a whole entire family is the only one left. This is devastation. There's a lot of angry Turks that are saying the government's response was extremely poor and inadequate, and a lot of lies are going around. When I see something like that, I think back to the first thing that always comes to mind in tragedy on a mass scale is something like when the levees broke in New Orleans. I think that has to be one of the most tragic situations of mass loss of life in a catastrophe. And I looked at that when I watched those videos. And I do have the blessing of having those videos. And every now and again, I'll just pop it in and just watch that documentary. And I'm telling you, the massive loss of life at that scale, I can't imagine what that's like. I just wanted to touch on that this morning because in all of our laughing and all of our talking and everything else that we do and say, I want us to know that there are people right now that are seriously suffering. I will say for folks that ain't got nothing better to do but troll people's Twitch channels and jump in and try to jack them up, there are people that are dying. There are folks fighting for their lives, and y'all out here trolling people like little kids. So it is what it is. Sometimes we miss the bigger picture, and we get caught up in little foolish games and little ideas that don't amount to a hill of beans. And at the end of the day, I tell you, it's really something. I want us to keep and be grounded and rooted on what's going on in the world, because I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. It just is. And if we don't care about what's going on on the other side of the planet, in another country, whatever the case may be, anytime we can be just unconcerned and unmoved by the plight and the situation of people and real life stuff that they're working through and going through, please know that life is real out here. Life is lifing. Okay. Now, Ukraine is hollering and screaming and crying that they've lost almost 9,100 of their tanks, and they're severely crippled for war. And that's how I feel about that. Now, I want to say, and I'm going to make somebody mad here, but this is why I don't like war. But you all in our civic indoctrination can be so indoctrinated in this concept of war. You all know that I am nonviolent. I'm an advocate for peace and nonviolence. And as long I'm saying this because I could really say something about Ukraine. I could say something about this, that, and the other. But it's about the fact to me that we embrace this idea as if war is OK. To me, in my opinion, war is not OK. And as long as we have a mindset that it is, there's going to be wars and rumors of wars. Some of y'all running around talking about, ooh, that's the fulfillment of the Bible. It's going to be earthquakes and wars and rumors of wars. It's always been earthquakes. It's always been wars and rumors of wars. I don't care if they were in chariots, there were wars and rumors of war. I don't care if they were on horses, there were wars and rumors of war. There are always wars, and I'm not trying to make anybody mad. Somebody gonna get mad. So, ooh, she's talking sacrilege. She's talking, what? There are always gonna be wars and rumors of wars because y'all believe in war. is anybody understanding what I'm saying? It's always going to be wars and rumors of war because y'all believe in war. It's always going to be earthquakes. It's not anything new that happened. It's always been, it will continue to be earthquakes. We got an earthquake in Turkey, but there were earthquakes back in the day. Moses had an earthquake, swallowed up all the people. You know, listen, there's going to be wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes. The issue becomes, as long as your mindset is open to the idea of wars and rumors of war, or to war rather, there are going to be wars and rumors of war. So what are you saying? I'm advocating, let us get to a point where we understand we're not going to push and we're not going to support these continued ideas of being out here fighting and killing up people. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to throw this out here. I'm going to throw this bomb and then I'm going to run. At the end of the day, I don't believe that if you come as a stranger to my town and you tell me God told you my house was yours and you gonna possess it and take it over, and then furthermore you gonna kill me, my children, and my goat, my cat, my dog, and everything else. I don't believe the Lord told you to do that, because number one, you're out of order. Everybody has become desensitized, Stacy 546. So when we look at Ukraine and we see Russia coming to Ukraine and saying this land is your land, this land is my land. No, it ain't your land. Your land is over there. You stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. But we have allowed this mindset that what's yours, if I can possess it, should become mine. No, ma'am, no, sir. That's stealing. That's robbery. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. We've become so desensitized because a lot of y'all take these concepts from what you think the Bible told you could do. You can't walk in somebody else's land and just take it over. They giddy devils. Come on, tar pumps. You can't just walk into somebody else's land and say, I want that. Isn't that what I hope some of you all responded yesterday? And if you didn't do it yesterday, do it today. The black couple that has 1,000 acres of land that somebody else wants to take and steal and say, we want your land. You can't just walk up on somebody's 1,000 acres of land and say, I like that land. Give it to me. It's mine. No. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. Y'all preach and teach that I got the favor of God on me. Give me your land. No. Y'all ain't ready for me. I'm telling what God loves. No. Just because, come on, Stacy, just because you plant your flag does not mean it's yours. Or as the old folks would say, urine. So I want to address, yes, there are earthquakes in the lands, divers earthquakes in the lands, there always have been. Yes, there's wars and rumors of wars, there always have been and will continue to be, as long as y'all keep on talking about war and embrace it. But I heard somebody say, I ain't gonna study war no more, and y'all steady studying. Yeah, you understand the words y'all say and sing, ain't gonna study war no more, but you're steady studying. So that part right there, I just want y'all to be aware. I just want you to be aware. We've got to start changing mindsets. We've got to start changing our ideology. We've got to embrace something different. There needs to be a radical, hear me when I say this, there needs to be a radical paradigm shift right now. As I know DJ LV said, not now, but right now. There needs to be a radical paradigm shift. Because this right here is not working. It's not working. So, and again, we've been desensitized. as I saw my sister Stacy put in earlier, we've been desensitized. So that desensitization allows us to see, y'all, you know, we sit and we watch it on the news, and then it happens again tomorrow, and then it happens again. Matter of fact, before tomorrow, I can see what happened in the morning news. I can see what additionally happened in the afternoon news, and then I can see what happened in the evening news, and it just keeps happening so much that at this point we are completely desensitized. And I'm saying to us, we need to have a radical paradigm shift. And I'm like, listen, if you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. So keep it up, keep embracing this ideology, and keep seeing this kind of stuff happen where you got Russians over here talking about, oh, they done blew up half our tanks, and how we going to fight now? You had no business over there to begin with, sir. But we make it possible. Now, on that score, I'm going somewhere. Y'all stay with me. I'm going somewhere. On that score, I want to come here because someone sent this to me. I believe it was Truck Driver. Someone sent this to me, and this is what I'm going to say. And y'all like, listen, I know some of y'all waiting on me to do a whole bunch of Black history stuff. You're going to get it here, there, and everywhere. But every day is Black history with me because I'm talking and I'm sharing, and I'm always coming from the Black experience. So, you know, I'm not going to hone in and trying to find a particular topic about this thing or that thing and the other. I'm really, at this point, I'm talking and speaking to the ability to empower the Black community to really make the change. So at the end of the day, I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying, because I'm advocating the radical change. I'm advocating the radical paradigm shift, because listen, this is the world I want to see. This is not the world I want to see. Now, this is a clip, and this sister right here, she blessed my whole shondo. This is a clip of a television newscaster, a broadcaster, trying to shame this woman about Iran and what's going on as far as war and rumors of war over there. Now, I want you to listen closely to what she's saying, and I might play it twice. Rebel, Shelly, I appreciate y'all. I know y'all working hard. Take your time, do what you do, and I'm going to keep right on talking. Now, this is what I want y'all to hear, what this woman said. I'm going to play it twice. I might play it 3 times because I want you to hear what she says. I want you. Barbara Hardy, good morning to you, sis. So much mad love coming to you. That's my these are they friends. And I tell you what, they're going. Oh, I don't know if I better get the green light before I announce that. You let me know if I can announce it, and I won't start announcing that until you give me the green light. But those are my friends. And listen, I love it. I love it. Come on in here and make yourself at home. Barbara, we've been hit by some bots, so it might be a little awkward in here for a second because the bots, my moderators are trying to track them down and shut them down. So they're working feverishly. But if the chat looks a little strange to you this morning, that's what's going on. Now, listen to what this sister said, because she says a mouthful. Here we go.
Nuclear weapons.
Okay.
Our viewers, some of our viewers may say, we cannot trust Iran.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think we can trust this country. I mean, what has this country done to the majority of the countries in the Middle East? You know, like, I don't think Iran's having nuclear weapons. I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. But also, when we look at the legacy of imperialism and colonization in the Middle East, and we see the legacy of this country and all of the violence that it has not only created, but also created the capacity for. A lot of these weapons in the Middle East are completely brought in by the United States.
A lot of Americans might take offense to that. You're an American. You don't sound like an American when you say that. You know what I mean?
That's because I've read, you know, and I think that it's really important that we look beyond sort of these really simple narratives that we're told, whether it's about Muslim women, whether it's about the legacy of this country, and knowing that this country literally was built on the backs of black slaves and after the genocide of indigenous people. And I think there's a lot that we can be proud about, but I think that we shouldn't let that sort of blindside us for the realities of the situation.
Let's talk about nuclear weapons.
Okay.
Our viewers, some of our viewers may say, we cannot trust Iran.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think we can trust this country. I mean, what has this country done to the majority of the countries in the Middle East? You know, like, I don't think Iran's having nuclear weapons. I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. But also, when we look at the legacy of imperialism and colonization in the Middle East, and we see the legacy of this country and all of the violence that it has not only created, but also created the capacity for. A lot of these weapons in the Middle East are completely brought in by the United States.
A lot of Americans might take offense to that. You're an American. You don't sound like an American when you say that. You know what I mean?
That's because I've read, you know, and I think that it's really important that we look beyond sort of these really simple narratives that we're told, whether it's about Muslim women, whether it's about the legacy of this country, and knowing that this country literally was built on the backs of black slaves and after the genocide of indigenous people. And I think there's a lot that we can be proud about, but I think that we shouldn't let that sort of blindside us for the realities of the situation.
Let's talk
One more
about
time for the
nuclear
bots
weapons.
in the room.
Okay.
Our viewers, some of our viewers may say, we cannot trust Iran. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think we can trust this country. I mean, what has this country done to the majority of the countries in the Middle East? You know, like, I don't think Iran's having nuclear weapons. I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. But also, when we look at the legacy of imperialism and colonization in the Middle East, and we see the legacy of this country and all of the violence that it has not only created, but also created the capacity for. A lot of these weapons in the Middle East are completely brought in by the United States.
A lot of Americans might take offense to that. You're an American. You don't sound like an American when you say that. You know what I mean?
That's because I've read, you know, and I think that it's really important that we look beyond sort of these really simple narratives that we're told, whether it's about Muslim women, whether it's about the legacy of this country, and knowing that this country literally was built on the backs of black slaves and after the genocide of indigenous people. And I think there's a lot that we can be proud about, but I think that we shouldn't let that sort of blindside us for the realities of the situation.
Let's talk about
Now, this sister right here said a mouthful. Hey, Ronzi, in it for fashion. Come on in here. Come on. I see you working and lurking. So glad to have you, Nisi. Go ahead and you can just chill. Now, this sister right here, come on, BTG mom. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, this sister told the truth. This sister told the truth. First and foremost, did you hear? Now, okay. First and foremost, let me deal with this one. I'm gonna just cut to the chase, get right to it. What do you mean you're an American, but you don't sound like an American? What do you mean? What do you mean you're an American, but you don't sound like an American? Hey? Huh? That's what she did. You're an American, but you don't sound like an American, huh? I'm against all of that. I'm against all of that. What do you mean you're an American, but you don't sound like an American? Because you told the truth? Because you're a Muslim woman? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm looking and I'm like, so, LaWanda Baskerville got a rate of 1. Come through, incoming. Come on. WandaVisions. Come on in here. Welcome. Thank you for that resub. I appreciate your support, LaWanda. That's WandaVisions. Miracles, signs, and wonders. Come on in here, girl. So much mad love to you. She is a streamer and a mod extraordinaire. If you're not following LaWanda Baskerville, quick, wait, girl, you better back that thing up. Look back at it, girl. Look back at it. That is so funny. Thank you for that solo raid. 20 months you've been riding with me, sis. I appreciate you. We're building something. Yes, we are. I love me some you. Come on in here. Thank you. Now, back to this point. How you gonna say you don't sound like an American? And this is where and this is going to be it for today, and then I'm gonna go to my point because I really want to get into my point. But if you're not hearing me loudly and clear on this part right here, I love me some you. I want you to understand, as long as we have this war mentality, as long as we have this war energy, as long as we have this war concept and we continue to buy into it, there's going to be wars and rumors of war. But what this woman said right here, she told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. You are not going to call Iran on the carpet about nuclear weapons because the United States gave them to us. She said what she said. Did y'all hear? She said what she said, and she said, I'll add to it before I take it back. You talking about y'all can't trust us. Listen, sadly, war is very profitable to the U.S. And that's why we keep talking it, pushing it, propagating it, because it's all about, at the end of the day, J-Trey, at the end of the day, the whole thing about war and our love affair with war in the United States of America, at the end of the day, that's why we love war so much. That's why we love sending your sons, your daughters, your children and grandchildren. That's why it's making somebody money. While your child is out there fighting, while your child is out there defending, while your child is out there getting killed, and their children are at home riding on the yacht, going on vacation, visiting foreign countries and foreign lands, having a heyday. Their children are having a good time and your children are dying because it's making them money. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And I do not for the life of me understand why we insist on continuing this mentality of war, because at the end of the day, you don't like this one and you don't like that. Y'all get out there and fight. Leave my children alone. I said what I said. But typically, because I looked over yonder and what did I see coming for to carry me home? I saw some land that I wanted, and I just told myself, I'm going to go over and take it. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. Bullets, bombs, and Band-Aids always makes money. Stacy, always makes money. Bullets, bombs, and Band-Aids will always make you some money. Let the money-hungry people of the world fight like the children they are by themselves. That's what I'm saying, Phoenix. You got us out here, and then we get sucked into this mentality and call it civics. No, that ain't civics. No, that's not patriotism. That's foolishness. But we just keep buying into it. And at the end of the day, the irony, we pulled out of Iraq, then inflation hit, now we funding Ukraine. J-Trey, that part right there. Land, oil, copper, and other resources. Listen, greedy, you giddy thing. Greedy people out here got us doing their bidding and their business, and they're fighting while they sit back and make their pockets fatter and richer. And we don't understand it's not in our advantage to do so. We don't like to point out our own shortcomings. We want to present ourselves as shiny and bright while we point out others' flaws. Come on in here, I am Robin C. And you said a mouthful right there. So at the end of the day, you want to say you don't sound American. But why? Because you talked about the fact that the United States, even though you want to make us look like bad guys, y'all the one that gave the weapons to us. Shall we go back to the Iran-Contra deal? Shall we go back to the Iran-Contra scandal? Shall we go back? Shall we go back to Ollie North? Y'all ain't ready for me. Ooh, Lord Jesus, shall we go back? And we ain't got to go too far back because, listen, it's still going on. So at the end of the day, you enjoyed the commercial that showed the actual leaders of the country literally fighting each other. I haven't seen that one yet, BTD Mom, so I'm going to have to look for that one. So at the end of the day, I look out and I say, why, oh, why do we buy into this concept when it is not any way, shape, or form to our advantage? But we keep pushing the idea forward because it takes us to fight their war. Y'all ain't ready for me. I said radical paradigm shift. And when I say radical tall pumps, I mean radical. I'm not buying what you're selling. Am I talking to anybody? And then unfortunately, please hear me. I appreciate the veterans that fought. I appreciate those that are serving. I appreciate those that have served. But then we bring them home and then mistreat them. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. We bring those same veterans home after they done lost life and limb and everything else. We send those out there to fight, bring them home, and then treat them like dogs. I said what I said. And after our children fight the wars, are the spoils shared with any of us? SK 8843. Listen, we already know the answer to that, but it's a good question. So at the end of the day, I want us to wake up and smell the coffee. Please do it. It's brewing in the kitchen right now. I need you to smell it. Fill your nostrils with it. Smell the truth and get up and say something. We not having it. Ooh, come on, y'all. Now, it's going to take, when I talk about, we're coming into this place where I'm saying, let's do this cooperatively. We're going to have to come to a place of understanding my lock journey. We're going to have to come to a place of understanding SK 8843 that we're going to have to bind together and we're going to have to work together so we can do something to make a change. Otherwise, they're going to keep on running in the same little pattern they've been running in for centuries, not years, not decades, centuries. Am I talking to anybody in here? Now, some of y'all ain't never gonna agree with my nonviolent position, and that's okay. I just want you to think about it, though. Think about it. For real. Think about it. Does it make sense to you? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What did Ali say? They did nothing to me. And y'all out here calling me the N-word and treating me like trash. But they ain't did nothing to me. Seeing homeless. Come on, somebody said something. Let me come back down to that. I am Robin. Seeing a homeless veteran stirs up fire in your bones. Absolutely. And there's more of them out there than people realize. I am Robin C. Homeless vets on the streets. I'm talking, y'all. Because I want you all to think about this. Think about it. Please think about it. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. In Las Vegas, we have an alarming amount of homeless vets. Phoenix, they're everywhere. Please believe me when I say it. They're everywhere. And that's a silent travesty that the country's not talking about. But baby, the numbers are out there. They are out there. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Homeless vets out there on the streets after they served this country. I just want you to detach and unplug. Some of you never will. So I'm as my great uncle said, he was giving some instruction to the little boy, and the little boy looked at him dead in his eye and said, "You just will be talking to the wind." In other words, I ain't paying no attention to what you saying. And some of y'all, I just as well be talking to the wind. But some of you out there, I want you to hear with your hearts, hear with your minds, hear with your emotions what I'm saying to you. Unplug and detach from this mentality. It's killing us, literally. And they just now in 2023 offering mental health. Just now, tall pumps. Just now. Am I talking to anybody? Now, that's what I wanted to address today. Truck driver, I think that was you that sent me that clip. I wanted to applaud this sister for speaking her truth. And even though that sister, the commentator tried to bully her down, you don't sound like an American. I want to say to that, listen, she touched it all. She said, number one, y'all sent us the weapons. Number two, how can we trust you when you treated black people that built this country and the genocide of the, listen, I ain't got nothing but love for her. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. And that's what she gave them. And that's why they were mad. I loved it. Loved it. I absolutely loved it. Now it's time for me to take a turn because I said I was going to talk about something at the end, and it's a little bit different because we did get trolled. We did get bombarded by some trolls. So my mods are working very diligently, very hard to assess the situation and ban everybody that needs to be banned. I appreciate you. And once more for my mods, listen, Shelly Thunder, the Rebel Inc. Y'all, I know y'all labored in the vineyard. Thank you. But I want to say to the trolls that might be here, listen to what I got to say. Listen to what I got to say. This is where I'm going. Thank you for that mod love, Tall Pumps, SK, Stacy, My Lock Journey, because they are working. They listen. You just don't know when we had this going on a couple of years ago, and the trolls were really bad, and they've got all the updated what they needed to handle that situation, and apparently they've come back with a new strain and a new strand. But my babies are working, and they gonna handle it. I appreciate them. I absolutely positively do. We actually had when they first started, where they had some of the trolls that could actually come in and shut down your stream. And we were a victim of that as well. And then when we came back, the person came back laughing, was like, oh, you didn't know we could shut you down and shut it down again. And some kind of way, you know, people ain't got nothing better to do. But I want to appreciate, I see you, Crazy Barrytown. I see you, Queen Shauna. I want to appreciate my mods, because they're out here trying to battle this troll situation we got going on right now. But they ain't going to stop, not near thing. So at the end of the day, do what you do, because you're not going to stop. You can't stop this. You can't touch this. We're fluid. You understand? We're fluid. And while we're here, and let me, if you're here listening, let me talk to you. And let me tell you what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to take you trolling, and we're going to go on and move on up a little higher, because I don't care. We know how to pivot. We know how to become fluid. We know how to do all of that. We know how to carry weight. We know how to get lift. We know how to get drag. We know how to do it all. You ain't done nothing but give us a little bit of pressure to help launch. Come on, Double Spirit. Thank you for that resub 5 months in a row. We're building something. Come on in here. Come on in. Stirs the soul. Yes, we got another case of trolls. The trolls are back. And yes, we've, Rebel Inc. and Shelly Thunder, they out there laboring in the vineyard. So just listen, for all of the other streamers, y'all get ready. I know we try to stay on top of. You woke up in a storm. I got you, Michelle Brown. So much love to you. Come on in here. The trolls are back. So for all of the streamers, apparently they found another one, because we had all the links for all the past ones, and Rebel and them went out there and handled those. So apparently they got something else. So just heads up. You might look for them, because they may pop up in your stream. I wondered about it when I saw that one with no name and no face come in. And I that's why, if you heard me, I was like, because I had a feeling there was trouble brewing. So listen, just pay attention for the rest of the streamers, because they're out here. I believe he triggered it. I know he did, Shelly, because I looked at him when he first came in, and I was suspect, because it looked very similar to the same time we got trolled the last time. So it's all good. Listen, we overcome weight and drag with lift. Come on, SK. Come on. Don't listen. If you are, let me just do station identification. I don't normally promote what I'm teaching and what I'm saying, but I'm going to tell y'all, If you don't get in any other Institute for Higher Consciousness class, you want to be in this segment right here. I'm talking about water. I'm talking about air. I'm talking about coming into a whole nother place of existence. Stirs the soul. Yes. Good morning. I was all caught up. I didn't speak. Good morning to you. If you don't take any other class, this is a class you want to take, because this class is about to be off the chains. It already is. We just did the intro on last Saturday. Sessions are at 9 o'clock in Institute for Higher Consciousness. This is a teaching, I promise you, it will transform your whole world and your whole life. But that's where we are right now. And as SK 8843, and I'm hoping this Saturday she's going to be able to do some talking about aerodynamics as a veteran from the FAA and somebody that had to study all of that and know it to the nth degree, even in the teaching that I shared with her. And she started bringing in the aerodynamics of it. And baby, when I tell you she blew my mind away, she did that thing. Diana, come on in here. So much love to you. Come through, come through. So I don't know if I can get her in and get her to share. She's a student in the class, or I don't want to say she's a sojourner. That's why I said, because these really are not students. We all on this journey together. She's a sojourner with us in this class, but I've asked her if she would come in, especially and I love you, Stacy. So much love to you. Have an awesome day. Mad love, mad love. So I've asked her to come in this Saturday and do some on the aerodynamics. But listen, we're going somewhere. I wanted to come here, and for those of you that this applies to, there is a scripture, and I'm not getting ready to preach, but there's a scripture that says, despise not the day of small things. Despise not the day of small things. So this is, I'm coming from this premise because when I tell you Rebel is about to go big, please believe it. When I tell you some of you other streamers that are out here are about to go big, please believe it. Some of you that are launching, BTD Mom is getting ready to launch a foundation in honor and memory of her son. It's about to go big. Please believe it. The things and because this is the year of promise, Diana. This is the year of promise. Some of you that have started and been moving stealthily and you haven't told everybody what your moves are and what you're doing, how you're doing it. But I'm telling you, you're getting ready to go big. Please believe it. Good morning, Disco Darren. He is a streamer. Y'all follow him. He'll bless your whole life. Come on in here. So much mad love to you. You caught me in the middle of something. I'm trying to tell you that there is a thing that is happening in your life right now. There's something, listen, SK8843, and the vision that you have for that for that community that you want to build. It shall come. Come on, y'all. This is where I'm telling you promises, miracles, signs, wonders. Now, a lot of times we want to do that in the churchy way, but hear me when I'm talking today, because I'm going to come from a little bit of a different angle. But I want you to look at this quote that I put up, because some of you know this quote is for you. You survived betrayals. Oh, you have, hey, I feel something. Hey, you have, listen, and why am I getting so down in my, this is resonating down in my shando, because I could tell you, I have survived betrayals. I have survived character assassination attempts. I ain't talking about something that I thought. I mean right out there, bold and in living color. I had somebody that tried to kill my character and my reputation on Facebook. On the internet, went out there and said all kind of stuff, said I was a witch, said I was this, that, and the other, and da, da, da. And listen, it wouldn't have been so bad if it had been somebody on the outside. It was my own familiar friend. Y'all don't, hey, do you understand what I said? It wasn't somebody on the outside. It was my own familiar friend. Woo! My God, today. Ooh. And I'm not saying this as a pity party. I'm not saying this even as a throw off to the individual. I could care less about what they're doing, because sometimes y'all got to understand, you spending all this energy being tore up about somebody that went out and betrayed you, being tore up about somebody that tried to assassinate your character. Baby, keep that train moving. As a matter of fact, we ain't even going by rail. We going by plane. Lift. Am I talking to anybody? Oh, well, been there, done that, but delivered. Lift. Am I talking to anybody? We had snakes in the grass and fake friends. Woo! If I'm talking to you, put a 1 in the chat. Do you understand? You survived character assassination, betrayals, attempts, snakes in the grass, fake friends. You survived it. Woo! Come on here. I'm trying to listen. So many, you survived so many betrayals and people literally coming for your life, Phoenix. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, we going somewhere. Stood out on the social media grassy knoll and said, no, you know, because I know you can't. Come on here. Am I talking to anybody? Somebody that is resonating in your spirit. Listen, some of those assassinations come from your family. Some of it came from your household. Some of it came from your significant other. Some of it came from some of the people that you held in closest and highest esteem. But at the end of the day, God's got a plan. Am I talking to anybody in here? Woo! God's got a plan for you, baby. Lift, lift, lift. Ooh, lift, lift. Ooh, lift up your heads, O ye gates. Lift. Hey. Ooh, let me listen. Ooh, let me try to calm it down. But listen, all I gotta do is look at that statement right there, and it just starts stirring something all down on my insides, because God knows it's the truth. Been there, done that, but delivered. I love to say that. Now, this is where I'm going with it, because I need to speak to you again from the perspective. We're talking about water. We're talking about currents. We're talking about flow. We're talking about frequency. We're talking about vibrating high. We're talking about all of these different areas as they relate to us, pivoting past the discord, as Dr. Dady Priest would say. Yesterday, I talked about drip, and I told you drip, and somebody said it. Drip, it may be small and it may be slow, but it's still a flow. Come on, hear me. A drip, it may be slow, but it's still a flow. The thing that I'm telling you, get past everything that's dammed up. Listen, undammed rivers. Undammed rivers. There are rivers that were dammed, and then they undammed the rivers. Listen, I need you to get into a place where your flow out of your belly. I need you to get into a place where you flow as an undammed river. Don't let anybody dam you up. Get yourself into a position and undam yourself. Am I talking to anybody? Woo! Y'all hear me talking to you? Now, this is where I want to come today, because despise not the day of small things. And I look at it and I say this. I saw this morning and it just blessed my shondo. And I said, Lord, this is drip right here. When I lived in Kansas City, at one point in time, I lived in the lofts downtown. And while I lived there, one of my neighbors was a young black brother. This black brother started with a t-shirt company that he was selling literally out of his trunk of his car. And I looked at that brother. He goes by Popper. I looked at Popper and I watched that brother in that little car that he had, that little, it didn't look like much and a lot going on. And then there was a long time it was literally broke down in the garage and didn't go anywhere. That didn't stop his flow. I'm talking about despising not the day of small things and drip. So understand, as this brother, he just had a determination. He was insistent. I'm going to build something. He sold those t-shirts. He sold those t-shirts. He sold those t-shirts out of the back of his car. Then he got to the point where he was able to open up a business in the 18th and Vine area. And anybody that's been in Kansas City, you know that's a hot area. So you hear people saying, I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. 12th and Vine, 18th and Vine, all those different areas where the blues really, really got hot. So as we look at him, he got a space there. And when he got that space there, I went and I started patronizing him. And it was so funny. I really think he had a crush on Rebel. He thought Rebel was my daughter. I think he really had a crush on Rebel. So he would go out of his way, child. He would go out of his way. But I love that young man because I liked his go get it attitude. And he never stopped. He never wavered. Car broke down. He didn't stop. He didn't waver. I'm telling you, he just kept on keeping on. And I love that about him. Thank you, Shelly. I love that about him because what I was able to see was that he was determined and that consistency, that drip never, ever, ever stopped. Now, even in the midst of this, brother had a heart attack. This was a young man. This wasn't no old guy. This was a young man. He had a heart attack. And I went, and I hadn't seen Papa for a minute. I went down and I was exercising. I said, well, I want to go down at 5 o'clock in the morning because I want to go down to the exercise room when nobody's there. DJ Miss Classy is in the room. It's a raid, y'all. It's a raid. Come on in here, DJ Miss Classy. I see you, Star Simmer Rose. I see you, One Reason. I see you, Trace Beauty. Come on in here, Natty Dread. Is it 2 raids going on at the same time? Gospel Takeover. Or am I reading the wrong one? Come on in here, DJ The Force. I think this is a Gospel Takeover raid. All right. I think, is DJ Miss Classy raiding too? I'm so confused. Do I have 2 raids at once? Raiders. All of the Raiders. LaDawn 225. Come on in here, DJ Miss Classy. Come on. Yes, it's 2 raids at once. Miss Sexy E, come on in here. I appreciate y'all. Happy Thursday to you. And come on in the room. Love me some y'all. Love me some y'all. Love me some y'all. Come on in here and let's get busy and let's get started. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much, DJ. Actually, One Reason, the Bishop of Twitch. I love me some you. Come on in here. I love you. I love you. I love you. And DJ Miss Classy. Okay, this is from DJ Miss Classy. Okay, thank you. No worries. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. I appreciate y'all. I absolutely, positively do. Now, DJ Miss Classy is a streamer. If you're not following her, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways because she's going to bless your whole life. I love me some you, sis. So thank you. Now, back to my point here. This baby had a heart attack and I was like, he came in and I said, Papa, I said, I ain't seen you for a while. What's going on, sir? He said, he's like, you wouldn't believe I had a heart attack and I was down. He was like, I was flat down. And so he had to recuperate and recover from that and was coming down. And he did, when I tell you, he was faithful on that treadmill. Faithful. Cabby, come on in here. So much love to you. Come through. Oh, listen, LaDon, we good. You multitasking. So at the end of the day, this is where I look and I say, some of you, I told you this before, your promise is only as healthy as you are. Your promise is only as healthy as you are. So when this brother, after he had the heart attack, Trey's Beauty, come on in here, so much mad love to you. He realized, and he said to me, he said, you know what? He said, I realized how I was really not taking care of my body. He said, but I'm going to turn this thing around. 987 Quartz, mad love to you. Come on in here, so much mad love. So at the end of the day, he said, I realized I was not taking care of my body like I needed to. So I have to. He said, I have to come down here to get myself back in shape. He said, but listen, I'm not just going to do it to get myself back in shape. This is the way I'm going to live my life because I'm trying to do this thing out here. And listen, I'm going somewhere. Despise not the day of small things. And so we talked, and that's when I found out, I said, well, I saw your car down. He said, yeah. He said, it was like all kind of obstacles were coming. And he just had this determination. He was able. Now, listen, let me tell you, at the end of the day, And I want y'all to hear me when I say, despise not the day of small things. Because some of you all right here in the midst of the lion's den right now, some of y'all are about to explode like we have never seen before. I mean, blow up, blow up, blow up. Get ready for it. Pay attention to your health, because once more and again, the reason why I also want to talk about Popper, this brother right here, he understood after he had that heart attack. And he was a young man. I want to say Popper was maybe in his early 30s-ish, somewhere around there. So listen, age ain't the issue. Y'all take care of your body. I don't care how old or how young you are. After he laid down on his back and had to address his health, your promise can only be as healthy as you are. Take care of your body. Hear me now. Take care of your bodies. I don't care how young, how old. Take care of your body. This morning when I tell you, and I say despise not the day of small things. This morning when I woke up to one of his posts. This baby, and he was out there. Tech Nine loves him some Popper, and Popper loves him some Tech Nine. And he was at that point, he was all excited when I would talk to him about how God was giving him connections. I want y'all to hear connections. Miss Lynn, 1955, come on in here. Connections. I want y'all to pay attention to your connections. Some of y'all are connected to something that ain't going nowhere, and some of y'all are connected to stuff that's taking you down. Pay attention to your connections. Connections. So this morning I woke up and listen, I was so happy. I was pleased, overjoyed, and tickled to death. When I tell you, baby, I looked and I saw his post. This brother had Kansas City, Missouri, has backed his design. So that's one thing. So he just stayed out there. If you come to Kansas City and you see shirts that say I am KC, all of that line is my brother Popper. All of that line is my brother Popper. So at the end of the day, you look and identified this morning when I saw they had come to him and he had a shirt. Actually, it's a jacket. This jacket is nice, and I'm gonna have me one, not just because I want to be trendy. I'm gonna have me one because Popper is my friend. That's why it's not enough for you to be my neighbor. When you're selling out in the trunk of your car, I'm gonna roll up. Then when you started selling out of one of the nicest stores down in the 18th and Vine district, I rolled up on you. Now let me say this. Can I tell you? Because I had to have a little talk with Popper. I rolled up on Popper's store and Popper wasn't there. But his store hours were in force. Hear me? And Popper, listen. I said, brother. I said, hey. I said, I've been sitting here for 30 minutes. I said, now, and I said to him, and he said, I'm going to take that to heart. He called me mother or something. I think he called whatever he called me. I said, listen, you cannot have store hours and you showing up 30 minutes late. Because at that point, Popper's like my son. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot have store hours and you showing up 30 minutes late. Do you understand the words that come to my mouth? That's not the way you roll, baby. That's not the way you roll. And he was breaking it down and he was sweating it. He's giving me all the reasons of this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth. And I told him, I said, listen, so I get it. I said, but you're going to have to pivot just a little bit differently. And you're going to have to put some other things in motion. You got to have coverage. You got to figure out how you're going to do it. Didn't get no flack, you don't know what you talking about, who you talking to, because some of y'all just too lippy for your own good. So at the end of the day, he listened to everything I had to say, and then I rolled right on in there and purchased. I rolled up on him and purchased, and I'm going to have one of these jackets. But let me tell you what. So the jacket has hit in the youth community through the rappers. This jacket has hit. This jacket and others start at $500 and go up. But when I tell you this jacket it's the business, it's the business. This brother cannot keep the jacket in stock. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? 500 and up. This brother cannot. Pre-ordering. The brother can't keep it in stock. Pre-ordering. The brother can't keep. Good morning to you, honey 41. Cannot keep the stuff in stock because the people. Listen, Tech 9 and his friends bought the stuff before he could even get it out of the shipment. It was already sold. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So when I say despise not the day of small things, you may drip, you may drip, you may drip, you may drip. And at the end of the day, what did I tell you? A drip can break a stone. A drip can deal with iron. A drip, listen, it doesn't matter what the material is, as long as it's flowing, as long as it's consistent. If it has a slow flow, as long as it drips and there's a current and a flow, it has the power. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. Woo, yes, bravo to this. I looked at Popper and this morning I sent back to him. I said, I'm so proud of you. Do your thing. Work your jelly. Y'all know that's my saying. Work your jelly. Work your jelly. Work your jelly. Cause baby, drip, 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 drop, drip, drop. I remember when that broke down car and his trunk was loaded. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Now, so this is why I want y'all to get this idea. Despise not the day of small things, because baby, something's gonna happen. Now, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out of here. So then yesterday, this is why I said some of y'all like, come through, Popper. Come, flow. He's flowing, baby. He's flowing. And I looked and I'm so proud of him. He has opened up another branch at one of the major, what I wanna say, shopping malls. He started with 18th and Vine. Now he's out in the Ritzy area. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. He's out there in the Ritzy area. All of this came from his trunk in the back of his car. Am I talking to anybody? From the trunk in the back of his car. And listen, but let me tell you this about Popper too. While we were down there he was on the treadmill, and I was clowning like I was on the elliptical, but that elliptical worked my tail. I was like, ooh, that thing was beating me going and coming. But while we were down there, we would have spiritual moments. And while we were down there, he would ask me questions. And while we were down there, he would ask for a word. And while we were down there, listen, because that spirit was hungry. And he said to me, he said, I don't go to church, but I would come to your church. I said, you're welcome to come anytime. But at that point, I told him, I said, listen, he said, well, I want to bring some of my friends. He said, but, especially those that are already known and out there in the community. I said, you can come to my church and we ain't gonna mob y'all like we ain't never seen folks. And at that point, talking about the celebrities that he was hanging with, we ain't gonna mob you like we've never seen a celebrity before. And this is where I want to take this turn right here. And I got to get out of here because we headed over to Rebels for Anti-Born and Bangos. Hungry and thirsty, Cassandra. Hungry and thirsty. So at the end of the day, I understood celebrity, and I'm gonna make this pivot right here because yesterday when I tell you Woman Unsilenced, and I'm gonna keep talking to y'all because y'all missing good stuff out here being clannish and being cliquish, and there's some folk out here with some really good programming that y'all won't support. She had a brother on yesterday that when I don't, it ain't about name dropping and this and that and the other, but when I tell you this brother knows star list A1 individuals one-on-one because they grew up together. Come on, Tall Pumps. I'm telling the truth. You were in there because they grew up together. So when you start saying Denzel, you ain't saying nothing. When you talk about Queen Latifah, listen, I could go down a whole series of lists of people that this brother personally, they are friends. He did his 30 years. And I ain't worried about him doing 30 years. But listen, at the end of the day, he came back, and yesterday, Woman Unsilenced had him in her stream. That brother, when I tell you, oh my God, I followed all of his platforms. I liked everywhere that brother was. But this is what I want you to understand. And Disco Darren was in there. This is what I want y'all to understand. And even though he started naming off celebrity and they were asking about when he was in jail, who came to see you? And he started naming off all these celebrities. And this one came and this one came. So Disco Darren said, yeah, but those are celebrities. I'm talking about regular people. And this is the thing I want you to understand. When you begin to understand that celebrities are still regular people, Popper has popped that thing wide open. But I can still have connection and relationship to Popper. And you know why Popper will have relationship with me when he won't have relationship with some of y'all? Because I get that he's just a regular person. Y'all get caught up with celebrity. Y'all get caught up with numbers. Y'all get caught up with stuff that doesn't even matter because you get starstruck. You get shiny eyes. Baby, these people are just people. And these people can be you if you calm yourself down and connect to the right folks. Y'all out here running with folk that ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. And y'all hooking y'all's whole dadgum wagon to them. They ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. But when you get opportunities, and that brother said, and Tall Pumps, no, I'm not lying. He said, some of y'all that want to connect, come on, just tell me, remind me where I met you at. Remind me. I started putting out, listen, there's some people I was like, I think you need to know this brother. I think you need to know this brother. They wasn't in there, but I started saying, hey, I think you need to know this brother. Some key critical people that I know their journey and I know their intentions. I'm like, listen, I think you need to know this brother. I think you need to know this brother. Why? Because connections matter, and don't despise the day of small things. And that's one of the things that he talked about. There was a day when all of these people that I'm naming, we were all nobodies. Come on. Thank you for those roaring biddies, BTD mom. I appreciate that. We're building something. Y'all need to pay attention. Despise not the day of small things. It may be a drip now, but it ain't always going to be a drip. One of these days, it's going to produce. One of these days, it's going to pop wide open. One of these days, it's going to explode. I just need you to get in the flow and be consistent. Am I talking to anybody in here? Pay attention. Pay attention. Woo. Pay attention. Come on, sight giver. Pay attention, Star Simmer Rose. Because we going somewhere. We're going somewhere. Pay attention. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. Come on. Pay attention. Woo. Listen, some of this y'all out there chasing after is just hot air. Ain't nothing in there. It's just hot air. It's a sham. It looks like something, but there's nothing there. I need you all to begin to understand quality. Y'all stop chasing this quantity. Get the quality. Woo. I'm trying to talk to you this morning. And I promise you, if quality is there, quantity will follow. Am I talking to anybody? I looked at that brother and I told you, I'm going to have one of those jackets. I absolutely positively am, because that's my brother. Not because I'm trying to be trendy, not because it's what's hot right now, not because of any of that. I knew this brother when he was selling out the back of his trunk, and I bought from him then. When he got his first store, I bought from him then. I haven't gone out there in the ritzy community where he is yet, but I'm going to go out there. I'm going to buy from him then. But I'm promising you, I'm going to have that jacket. Full price. I ain't gonna ask him for no discount. I ain't gonna ask him for the hookup. I've never asked him for a hookup ever, and I never will. This brother is worthy of what he's doing, his grind. He's on it, y'all. And it has paid for it, every ounce of energy that he put into that thing. Please believe it. Hear me. Y'all got to make up your minds. You got to get your energy together. I don't care. A drip. Despise not the day of small things. But my little drip ain't nothing. Your little drip can actually bust through this ceiling if you drip on it long enough. Am I talking to anybody? I'm going to say it again. Your little drip can actually bust through this whole ceiling if you drip on it long enough. Consistency, flow. It may be a slow flow, but it's still a flow. Your little drip can bust through this whole entire ceiling if you drip on it long enough. Am I talking to anybody? Despise not the day of small things, and do not count yourself as small. Do not count yourself out. Do not count yourself as little. Do not count yourself as incapable. Do not listen. What did we say yesterday? I can make any key. I can make any key because I'm fluid. I can make any key because I flow. I can make any key. Woo! Am I talking to you? Honey, you can have all the doors shut and the window, and the gas can come through the walls. Am I talking to anybody? Gas is a fluid. Yes, it is. Liquid and gas are both fluids. When you learn how to become fluid, baby, no barriers, no walls, no boundaries that you can't penetrate. Am I talking to anybody? Truck driver, this is why I have hooked my little wagon to Lion's Den, because they're going somewhere. Come on, truck driver. And that's why I keep telling people, even as you contribute and even as you give to this stream, thank you for your support. We're building something and we're going somewhere. You better ask somebody. And listen, truck driver's wagon ain't that little. You listen, I'm going to say this and I ain't going to tell all his testimony, but you better know truck driver is a business owner. He owns a whole business. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The owner said, I'm going out of business. It's yours. I'm going out of business. It's yours. I'm telling what God loves. I'm telling what God loves. Despise not the day of small things. Thank you for that resub, truck driver. You know I love you till 10 toes up and beyond. This brother, I'm telling you, he is boss energy personified. I'm out of here because we got to get over to Rebels. But I want you to hear what I'm saying. The drip, small things. Despise not the day of small things. I just need you to be consistent. I just need you to be consistent. I just need you to have a flow. Even if it's a slow flow, I just need you to flow and be consistent in that flow. I look at Popper, and I really want to give it up for Popper today. I saw that baby when he was struggling. But Popper did not despise the struggle. Even after he had that heart attack and was laid flat on his back, he realized then, I got to get my body right so I can do what it is I want to do. And at the end of the day, I'm so happy for all of the connections. I'm going to keep saying that word because some of y'all need to hear that. Connections. Pay attention to who and what you're connected to, because some of y'all are connected to a dead end, a sinking ship. Connections. Pay attention. All those connections that he's made along the way that have positioned him to move on to a whole nother dimension that some of us ain't dreamed of. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And I look back, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out. Come on, this is a season for divine connect. There she goes. That's my prophetess right there. There she goes. This is a season for divine connect. No. Lord English. This is a season for divine connections. That's a word. That's a word. That is a word. This is the season for divine connections. There are some people that I've purposely positioned myself to connect to because I know they're going somewhere. I support everybody. I do. I'm going to tell you, I really do. I've always been that way. I go to church. The people that can't sing, I'm the one standing up clapping for them. Sing, baby, sing. They know they can't sing, but everybody needs encouragement. But I pay attention to who I connect my wagon to as far as purposefully connecting. You need to pay attention. because I connect to people that are going somewhere. I ain't doing no mamby-pamby. I ain't doing no fake defunk. I ain't doing none of that. I want you to be going somewhere because I'm going somewhere. And I'm not going to be 20 years from now looking back time, well, we thought no, I'm going somewhere. This is a season of divine connections. You said it, Shelly. That's a word. That's a word. So listen, Michelle, we can get up out of here. I appreciate y'all because we got to get over the rebels. I know y'all trying to do double duty. You trying to deal with trolls and everything else. Despise not the day of small things. Your drip is going to make room for you. Your drip is going to open doors for you. Your drip is going to blow up and pop just like the popper. And when I tell you this morning, I'm swinging from the rafters because I saw that baby in the worst of the worst, and I got a chance to see it with my own eyes, and that baby's making bank. That baby's making bank. That's all I can say about that. That baby is no phony kicking it. That's not where we at, Darren. I'm after the real thing. There's nothing like the real thing, babe. There's nothing like the real thing.
Oh,
Now I feel for my brother and I feel for my sister. Some of y'all need to hear this word. You survived betrayals, character assassination attempts, snakes in the grass, and fake friends. Why? Because God's got a plan for your life. Now listen, this has been another edition and another day of Yes You O Cubed. One-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. Listen, I want you to be the change. I want you to understand it's us, you, me, we all. And listen, I'm having to pivot past the Discord because I opened up that folder and it was in the wrong arrangement. Follow me. Follow me out there on Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, Discord, and more, because I'm out there, saints. I'm out there everywhere, and we getting ready to come strong and long. Listen, we don't have a spirit of intimidation. We don't have a spirit of fear. We got power. We got love. We got a sound mind. That's the way we roll up in here. And listen, at the end of the day, y'all go ahead and copy that raid message. Go ahead and copy that raid message, because we're going somewhere. Yes, the raid train is moving. Get ready to go. But before we go, I want to give credits to all of those that came through, that you weren't afraid of the lion's den and you came up in here. So much love to you. I appreciate you. Mad love to all of you. Now, see, part of that is trolls. That's why we got it going on fast, y'all. The trolls got up in here, and it is what it is. Now, get ready. Copy that raid train message. We're headed over to the Rebels house with anti-morning bangos, the cracks, and you're probably going to get a rant. Now, at the end of the day, this is what I want you to do. Do what you love what you do. DJ Miss Classy, thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate you, my sister. And this is what I want to say to you. Despise not the day of what may seem like small things. There are great things in store for you, sister. Great things, great things, great things. Now, come on, go with us. We will do you good. Do what you love what you do. Peace for your journey.
It's time to feel life is cheap. Everything's disposable and so are we. Can you hear me? Life is real, yeah. And if there's a heaven above, please start showing a brother real love. 'Cause I wanna go home. My brother, I miss you, man. Oh, I feel for my brother.